From the deepest echoes of time, a profound question stirs the very foundations of our understanding. Could a celestial being, an angel of light, have wept tears for humanity? This is not merely a poetic flight of fancy, but a scarcely remembered account, a hidden gem within the vast tapestry of divine revelation, emerging from the hallowed depths of ancient lore and the hushed whispers of forgotten scrolls. As we embark on this spiritual odyssey, we are invited to journey to the very dawn of creation, to witness the tender genesis of humankind, and to ponder the pivotal moments when innocence fractured, forever altering the cosmic landscape. While canonical scriptures often allude to a divine sorrow, it is within the rich traditions of apocryphal texts and mystical writings, most notably the enigmatic Book of Enoch, that we uncover the full, poignant details of a celestial witness, touched so deeply by human choices that tears streamed from its eyes, a testament to a grief echoing through the heavens. Imagine, if you will, that sacred landscape where our story truly begins. A world bathed in nascent light, an Eden of unspoiled beauty and perfect communion, before the shadows of choice began to lengthen. This was the historical moment of creation, a pristine epoch when the first breaths of humanity filled the air, watched by countless celestial eyes. From this ethereal vantage point, the angel observed, not as a distant, dispassionate guardian, but as a being intimately connected to the unfolding drama of life. The initial harmony, the boundless potential, the delicate balance of divine order, all were profoundly evident. Yet even then a subtle tension began to emerge, a whisper of the free will that would soon lead humanity down paths unforeseen, away from the divine embrace, setting the stage for a sorrow that would resonate far beyond earthly realms, a premonition of the cosmic cost. These tears shed by a celestial messenger are far more than a mere poetic flourish. They are a potent, profound symbol of the cosmic cost of free will and the heart-wrenching consequences of humanity's departure from divine harmony. This angel's lament embodies the eternal spiritual conflict that pulses through the ages, the tension between divine truth and human distortion, between the Creator's boundless, unconditional love and the choices that lead to suffering and separation. Each tear represents not just an outpouring of sorrow, but also an enduring plea, a silent intercession, a poignant reflection of God's own deep compassion for His creation, mirroring the divine anguish over a world marred by sin. It is a testament to the profound value of humanity despite its fallen state, and the enduring divine hope for restoration. Our narrative will guide you through this profound mystery, from the initial intrigue of a lost story to the discovery of its deep spiritual resonance within the broader biblical narrative, inviting us to see beyond our immediate struggles. We will reflect on what this angelic sorrow truly reveals about the very nature of divine love, its enduring patience, and the ceaseless spiritual battle for the human soul. This ancient lament compels us to ponder our own choices, our own capacity for both sorrow and redemption, and to rediscover the profound, unseen compassion that surrounds us, a compassion that ceaselessly yearns for our return to grace. Could it be that even today, as humanity navigates its trials and triumphs, celestial beings continue to bear witness, and perhaps to weep? While the explicit narrative of a weeping angel might reside in the less trodden paths of ancient lore, the profound spiritual sentiment it embodies echoes through the very foundations of human civilization. Journeying back through the sands of time, we find that the concept of cosmic grief over human choices was not an isolated thought, but a deep current flowing beneath diverse cultural expressions. From the monumental structures of Egypt to the epic sagas of Babylon, and through the burgeoning consciousness of early Israel, humanity grappled with the idea that its actions resonated beyond the earthly realm, observed by unseen intelligences, and capable of stirring profound sorrow within the divine heart itself. This historical search reveals not just stories, but a universal human intuition about our place in a vast, interconnected cosmos, watched over by beings whose empathy transcends our understanding. In the sun-drenched lands of ancient Egypt, where the rhythm of life was meticulously ordered by Ma'at, the principle of cosmic harmony and justice, any deviation from this divine balance was understood to have far-reaching consequences. Though their pantheon did not feature weeping angels in the Enochian sense, the elaborate rituals surrounding death and judgment, the weighing of the heart against the feather of truth, spoke volumes of a cosmic order deeply invested in human morality. The lamentations for Osiris, the god of the underworld, reflected a profound empathy for suffering and loss, hinting at a divine capacity for grief. These ancient Egyptians, with their intricate understanding of the soul's journey and the god's watchful eyes, instinctively understood that human choices had eternal weight, capable of disturbing the very peace of the heavens. Further east, across the Fertile Crescent, the mighty civilization of Babylon erected its ziggurats towards the heavens, its scribes recording vast mythologies on clay tablets. Here, the epic tales of creation and cataclysm, of divine counsel and human folly, speak of a cosmos where the gods were intimately involved with human fate, often expressing anger, but also profound disappointment and sorrow. The flood narratives common across Mesopotamian cultures portrayed divine beings regretting their creation, a powerful precursor to the idea of celestial sorrow over humanity's path. These ancient accounts, steeped in celestial observation and divine pronouncements, reflect a world where the boundaries between the human and the divine were permeable, and where the echoes of human suffering could indeed reach the very throne rooms of the gods, stirring their hearts. Then, we turn to the nascent spiritual landscape of ancient Israel, where the concept of a personal, covenant-making God began to unfold. Even in the canonical texts, before the explicit emergence of apocryphal traditions, there are poignant glimpses of divine sorrow. Genesis 6, for instance, speaks of God regretting that he had made humankind on the earth, and that it grieved him to his heart. This is a foundational spiritual truth, the Creator's profound emotional investment in his creation. This divine grief, expressed in the very breath of Scripture, lays the essential groundwork for understanding how a celestial being, made in God's image and reflecting his attributes, could also be moved to tears by the unfolding tragedy of human choice, deeply connected to the divine heart. It is within the prophetic traditions of Israel that this divine sorrow finds its most articulate and heart-wrenching expression, offering a profound illumination. Prophets like Jeremiah, known as the weeping prophet, often spoke with the very voice of God, lamenting over his people's transgressions as if the Creator himself were shedding tears. "Oh, that my head were waters, and my eyes a fountain of tears, that I might weep day and night for the slain of the daughter of my people." Jeremiah 9:1. This powerful imagery reveals that the angelic tears, whispered in forgotten scrolls, are not an isolated phenomenon, but a direct, poignant reflection of God's own suffering love. The celestial witness, in its grief, becomes an avatar of the divine heart, mirroring the Creator's anguish over a world estranged from grace, a powerful revelation of empathy. As we delve deeper into the wisdom traditions, and especially the apocryphal texts, the threads of this mystery become more explicit. Within the enigmatic pages of the Book of Enoch, a text revered by some early communities and profoundly influential in its time, we encounter the Watchers, celestial beings who descended to earth. While their story is complex, encompassing both transgression and guardianship, it is within these accounts that we find vivid descriptions of angels weeping. They lament not only for the impending judgment upon the fallen Watchers, but also for the corruption and suffering of humanity. These texts offer a rare glimpse into a more detailed cosmic drama, where celestial beings are not merely observers, but active participants in the emotional landscape of creation, their tears a tangible expression of cosmic empathy. The broader Hellenistic period, with its fusion of cultures and philosophies, saw a dynamic exchange of ideas that further shaped these narratives. As Jewish thought encountered Greek philosophy and later Roman imperial power, the rich tapestry of mystical and apocryphal writings continued to circulate, albeit sometimes on the fringes of emerging canonical traditions. While Greek philosophy might have emphasized reason and logic, the underlying human experience of suffering and the quest for spiritual meaning persisted. Early Christian communities, too, grappled with these diverse traditions, often wrestling with the nature of angels, their roles, and their profound connection to humanity's spiritual journey. The Roman world, with its grand narratives of rise and fall, further underscored the fragility of human endeavors and the enduring need for divine intervention or compassion. Thus, the lost story of the angel who wept for humanity is not merely a singular, obscure tale, but a resonant chord struck across the ancient world. From the cosmic order sought by Egyptians, through Babylonian laments for divine regret, to the profound sorrow articulated by Israelite prophets mirroring God's own heart and explicitly detailed in the celestial visions of Enoch, the spiritual truth endures. Human choices carry cosmic weight. This collective historical and spiritual tapestry reveals a profound, enduring empathy radiating from the unseen realms, a ceaseless concern for humanity's path. It compels us to recognize that our individual journeys are not unwatched, but are part of a grand, divinely observed drama where even the heavens can be moved to tears. From the hallowed depths of ancient lore, a profound truth now emerges from the hushed whispers of forgotten scrolls, illuminating a central mystery: the very tears of a celestial being. This is the main revelation, a cornerstone of our spiritual quest, the lost story of an angel who wept for humanity. Not merely a fleeting sorrow, but a deep, resonant lament, a cosmic outpouring of grief witnessed at the pivotal juncture when the pristine innocence of creation fractured. As we stand at this threshold of unveiling, we are invited to look beyond the veil of the familiar, to grasp the full, poignant details of a celestial witness, touched so deeply by human choices that tears streamed from its eyes, a testament to a grief echoing through the heavens and revealing the profound cost of free will. This angel, a watcher perhaps, or a guardian intimately connected to the genesis of humankind, was not a distant, impassive observer. Rather, it was a being imbued with a profound empathy, mirroring the very heart of the Creator. Imagine the scene: the nascent world, still vibrant with the breath of divine intention, then the shadow of choice, the delicate balance of divine order beginning to waver. The angel, positioned at the very precipice of this unfolding drama, bore witness to the first seeds of discord, the subtle shift away from perfect communion. Its celestial luminescence would have dimmed, its radiant form trembling as it absorbed the shock waves of humanity's departure from grace, a sorrow too vast for mortal comprehension. The moment of lament, therefore, was not a singular event, but a cosmic echo, reverberating through the spiritual realms. As innocence fractured and the first tendrils of sin began to entwine themselves around the human heart, the angel's tears were shed not in anger, but in profound, sorrowful understanding. These were tears for the boundless potential now shadowed, for the unbroken communion now strained, and for the arduous path humanity had unknowingly chosen. They flowed like sacred rivers, unseen by human eyes, yet etching an indelible mark upon the cosmic tapestry, a silent witness to a divine anguish that transcended earthly pain, a poignant sorrow for the unforeseen consequences. These celestial tears, far more than a mere poetic flourish, are a potent, profound symbol. They embody the eternal spiritual conflict between divine truth and human distortion, between the boundless, unconditional love of the Creator and the choices that lead to suffering and separation. Each tear represents not just an outpouring of sorrow, but also an enduring plea, a silent intercession, a poignant reflection of God's own deep compassion for His creation, mirroring the divine anguish over a world marred by sin. They are a testament to the profound value of humanity, despite its fallen state, and the enduring divine hope for restoration, a beacon in the spiritual darkness. Here, then, is a profound revelation, a lost knowledge that reshapes our understanding of the divine. The angel's tears are a cosmic mirror, reflecting God's own grieving heart. This challenges any notion of an aloof, impassive deity, instead revealing a creator deeply, emotionally invested in his creation, capable of profound sorrow over human choices. The scriptural allusions to God regretting his creation in Genesis 6, or the lamentations of prophets like Jeremiah, are not merely anthropomorphic expressions, but glimpses into this very divine pathos. The celestial witness, in its grief, becomes an avatar of the divine heart, mirroring the Creator's anguish over a world estranged from grace. If a celestial being, so close to the divine essence, wept for humanity, what does this tell us about our own intrinsic value? It underscores an immeasurable worth, a potential so vast that its distortion evokes cosmic sorrow. Our existence is not inconsequential. Our choices resonate not only across the earthly plane, but through the unseen realms, watched by intelligences whose empathy transcends our understanding. This divine and angelic grief is not condemnation, but a testament to a love so profound that it mourns the loss of our true selves. A powerful affirmation of humanity's inherent sacredness and its pivotal role in the grand cosmic narrative. This brings us to a second, deeply resonant revelation. The angelic lament is not a relic of a distant past, but an ongoing intercession. Could it be that even today, as humanity navigates its trials and triumphs, celestial beings continue to bear witness and perhaps to weep? The tears shed at the dawn of creation echo through the ages, manifesting as a perpetual advocacy, a ceaseless spiritual battle for the human soul. This constant, unseen compassion surrounds us, a living testament to the enduring hope for our return to grace, urging us to recognize the profound, unseen love that tirelessly yearns for our reconciliation with the divine. The angel's tears, therefore, are not an indictment, but a beacon, illuminating the path to restoration. They carry within them the promise of redemption, a silent assurance that the divine sorrow is always accompanied by an unwavering hope for healing and renewal. This ancient lament compels us to ponder our own choices, our own capacity for both sorrow and redemption, and to rediscover the profound, unseen compassion that surrounds us. It is an invitation to align our will with the divine, to seek harmony, and to embrace the transformative power of grace that ceaselessly strives to mend the fractures within creation, offering moral clarity for our spiritual journey. This lost story, now unveiled, makes the unseen world tangibly real, revealing a cosmos deeply invested in our well-being. It uncovers a spiritual ecosystem of compassion and watchfulness, where the boundaries between the human and the divine are permeable, and where the echoes of human suffering can indeed reach the very throne rooms of the gods, stirring their hearts. The ancient manuscripts held in reverent hands under the soft glow of candlelight whisper not just of history, but of an ever-present, watchful love, a love that grieves our separation, but never abandons its hope for our return to the sacred fold. As we conclude this unveiling, let us carry forth the profound wisdom of the weeping angel. May its tears serve as a constant reminder of the immense value of our souls, the cosmic weight of our choices, and the boundless, enduring love that surrounds us. To live with this awareness is to walk a path of greater consciousness, to strive for harmony, and to respond to the unseen compassion that ceaselessly yearns for our return to grace. In this ancient lament, we find not despair, but a transcendent reflection that leaves us enlightened and at peace, knowing that even in our struggles we are cherished, watched over, and endlessly called towards the light. The profound narrative of the angel who wept for humanity, emerging from the dust of ancient manuscripts and the echoes of forgotten prophecies, carries a meaning far beyond a mere historical curiosity. It signifies nothing less than the boundless, agonizing empathy of the divine realm for its creation, a startling revelation of God's intimate emotional investment in our journey. These celestial tears, shed at the very dawn of choice, are a potent testament to humanity's immeasurable worth, a cosmic valuation that transcends our earthly understanding. They reveal that our existence is not inconsequential, our choices not unwatched, but rather resonating deeply within the unseen fabric of the cosmos. This ancient lament, whispered through time like a sacred incantation, reassures us that even in our deepest wanderings, in our moments of greatest error, we remain cherished, eternally valued in the very heart of creation. It is a beacon, affirming our sacred place in the grand design and illuminating the profound cost of free will through celestial sorrow. Beyond sorrow, these angelic tears serve as a potent symbol of purification and illumination. Like a sacred spring bubbling forth from hidden depths, they cleanse the spiritual landscape, washing away the obscuring dust of our preconceptions about divine detachment in an impassive cosmos. The light they cast is not blinding, but a soft guiding glow, a radiant emanation revealing the true nature of the spiritual path and the subtle, intricate interplay between divine intention and human agency. This illumination compels us to look inward, to discern the choices that lead us away from harmony and those that draw us closer to grace. The tears become a spiritual mirror, reflecting our own inner impurities and offering a gentle invitation to profound renewal, guiding us through the labyrinth of our own souls towards a clarity that transcends earthly understanding, much like a solitary lamp flickering within an ancient silent temple. In our modern world, often characterized by accelerating change, profound anxieties, and a pervasive sense of spiritual disquiet, the ancient lesson of the weeping angel offers an unexpected source of solace and direction. We grapple with fears of isolation, the overwhelming scale of global challenges, and a nagging doubt about our own significance in a vast, often indifferent universe. This hidden truth confronts such despair head-on. The celestial witness assures us that we are not adrift in a cosmic void, unobserved or unloved. Our struggles, our triumphs, and even our quiet moments of contemplation are part of a divinely observed drama, resonating through unseen realms. This knowledge can alleviate the burden of existential fear, replacing it with the profound comfort that our journey is watched, cared for, and eternally intertwined with a compassionate, watchful universe. From this profound empathy springs an unyielding wellspring of hope, a luminous promise shining through the ages. The angelic tears, though born of sorrow, are not an expression of despair or condemnation, but rather a testament to an enduring, active, divine hope for restoration. They signify that even in humanity's darkest moments, when the shadows of our choices seem most oppressive and overwhelming, there is an unseen light, a persistent yearning for our return to grace and divine communion. This hope is not passive, it is a ceaseless intercession, a spiritual current flowing beneath the surface of earthly existence, urging us towards healing and reconciliation. It reminds us that no matter how far we may stray from the path of harmony, the way back is always illuminated by a divine love that tirelessly seeks our redemption, like a distant star guiding lost travelers across a vast, silent desert night. This ancient lament, therefore, becomes a powerful, resonant call to redemption and profound personal renewal, echoing through the corridors of our souls. Understanding the cosmic cost of free will and the profound sorrow it can evoke in the heavens inspires us to embrace our own innate capacity for transformation and spiritual elevation. The tears are not meant to paralyze us with guilt or fear, but to awaken a deeper sense of spiritual responsibility and purpose, guiding us towards self-mastery. Redemption in this sacred light is not a singular, distant event, but an ongoing process, a continuous turning back to the divine harmony from which we originally emerged. It is a conscious choice to align our actions with the boundless love that yearns for our wholeness, to mend the fractures within ourselves and in the world around us, fostering a life of greater intention and grace. The angel's tears, symbolizing ceaseless intercession, also serve as a profound model for our own compassion and spiritual work in the world. If celestial beings, so close to the divine heart, are moved to sorrow by human choices, how much more should we, as fellow travelers on this earthly plane, cultivate empathy for one another? This ancient revelation challenges us to look beyond our immediate concerns and embrace a broader, more compassionate perspective. It encourages us to become agents of healing and reconciliation, mirroring the divine anguish over suffering and actively working towards a world imbued with greater harmony and understanding. In every act of kindness, every moment of forgiveness, every prayer for peace, we echo the celestial intercession, becoming vessels of that same profound, watchful love that emanates from the unseen realms. To live with the knowledge of a weeping angel is to transform our perception of existence itself. It means recognizing that our daily choices, however small, carry cosmic weight and resonate far beyond our immediate understanding. This awareness fosters a deeper sense of responsibility, not born of fear, but of an enlightened understanding of our interconnectedness with all of creation and the divine. It invites us to cultivate a sanctity in the mundane, to see the sacred in every interaction, every breath, and every quiet moment of reflection. The vastness of the desert, the intricate beauty of an ancient manuscript, the flickering warmth of candlelight, all become symbols of a universe alive with meaning, watched over by intelligences whose empathy continually calls us to our highest potential, urging us toward spiritual awakening. As our spiritual odyssey draws to a close, the lost story of the angel who wept for humanity leaves us not with sorrow, but with a transcendent reflection that illuminates the path forward, leaving us enlightened and at peace. These celestial tears, once hidden in forgotten scrolls, are now unveiled as a profound message of divine love, a solemn warning, and an unending promise of grace. They affirm that despite our imperfections and wanderings, we are endlessly cherished, watched over by a compassion that knows no bounds. May this wisdom guide us to walk with greater consciousness, to seek harmony in all our endeavors, and to respond to the unseen compassion that ceaselessly yearns for our return to the sacred fold. For in this ancient lament, we find not despair, but the enduring truth of an ever-present, watchful love, calling us home. As our spiritual odyssey through the whispers of forgotten scrolls and the echoes of ancient prophecies now gently concludes, we carry with us a profound, transformative understanding. The lost story of the angel who wept for humanity is not merely a tale from a distant mystical past, but a vibrant, living truth etched into the very fabric of existence. It reveals a cosmos far more intimately connected to our journey than we ever dared to imagine. A universe imbued with boundless empathy, where celestial beings bear witness to our choices and reflect the Creator's own aching heart. This realization, born from the hallowed depths of apocryphal texts and the foundational sorrow of canonical scripture, compels us to recognize our immeasurable worth. It is a divine validation, a sacred affirmation that despite our wanderings and imperfections, we are cherished, watched over, and eternally valued in the vast, intricate design of creation. The flickering candlelight on ancient parchment has illuminated not just history, but the enduring, watchful love that calls us to remember our sacred place. This unveiled truth, then, offers us a profound, universal takeaway for navigating the complexities of our everyday lives. To live with the awareness of a weeping angel is to approach each moment, each interaction, with a heightened sense of reverence and purpose. It is to understand that our choices, both great and small, reverberate not only through our earthly existence, but also through the unseen realms, stirring echoes of either harmony or discord. This awareness invites us to cultivate a deeper empathy for ourselves and for one another, mirroring the celestial compassion that mourns our separation from grace. It encourages us to strive for alignment with divine truth, to mend fractures, and to foster a world imbued with greater kindness and understanding. The vast expanse of the desert, the intricate beauty of life, the quiet solitude of reflection, all become sacred spaces where we can respond to this ceaseless yearning love, transforming our ordinary into the extraordinary. Let us therefore carry forth this sacred knowledge not as a burden, but as a profound gift, a transcendent reflection that truly leaves us enlightened and at peace. The ancient lament of the angel, once a hidden gem, now shines as a beacon, guiding us through the spiritual landscape of our lives. It assures us that we are never alone, never unloved, and never beyond the reach of divine compassion. As we step back from the glowing embers of ancient wisdom, let the silence of awe settle upon our hearts, a deep gratitude for the profound mystery unveiled. May this awareness inspire us to walk with a renewed sense of purpose, to seek harmony, and to respond to the endless, watchful love that ceaselessly yearns for our return to the sacred fold. For in the tears of a celestial being, we find the enduring truth of God's boundless heart, forever calling us home through time and eternity.